Well, God hates sin. Man, I'm hungry. Hey, there's no food in here. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat. Man, I'm hungry. I don't know what to eat. I'm starving. There's nothing in here I can make. I'm so hungry. What can we eat to eat? I am hungry. I don't know what to eat. There's so many things. There's nothing that we can eat. Me either. Me either. I got it! Adonai, I worked very hard and I cooked it for you. Bon appetit. Thank you. Bon appetit! Cereal. May I please have some milk, please, and a spoon? No. Oh, man. It's time for Manhood Mondays. Let's get it.
When you look at what makes a man in our modern society today, it can be pretty discouraging. Men are judged by their physique, their physical form. Men are judged by their looks. Men are judged by their money, their possessions, their...
All right, y'all. Well, I want to welcome you to Manhood Mondays. Today, I'm going to teach you a skill. I'm going to teach you how to cook a meal. Cook a meal for your family, cook a meal for your wife, for your children, for yourself. You can invite some people over and share the goodness of Christ by cooking a meal. This is a meal that's been in my family for a little bit. Shout out to my sister Suhaila, who gave me some techniques to turn a classic meal into a little special something, and then little things that the Lord has helped me to add as well. So tonight we're going to be making some spaghetti. All right, y'all. So these are our ingredients. I prefer angel hair pasta. We do ground turkey, some Franks, hot dogs. You'll see why I'm doing this later. You got your sauce. All right. I don't make my own sauce. That will be another video. This is not a gourmet meal. I'm teaching you how to do something on a shoestring budget. This doesn't cost much at all. Italian salad dressing. Yourself an onion. I like the yellow onion or the purple onion. The white onion is a little too strong. Do some garlic. Gotta have garlic. And I like cilantro. I think cilantro is just one of those special things that the Lord has made that seems to just go really good with everything. The pot. Deep. We're gonna make our angel hair pasta in that. This is for the meat, regular frying pan, nothing special about it. And another smaller pot, this is for the sauce. And this is a beautiful thing that you can do. Again, like I said, this can be a surprise for your wife. Oh man, baby, happy anniversary, I just made us a meal. For the children, maybe your wife just had a baby and now she's not able to cook. You know, she's not able to get up and do those things. And so, hey, let me help out. Boom, now you're feeding the children. Tawfiq, I'm not married. You keep talking about marriage stuff. This is coming handy. I'm a believer. I want to show hospitality. I want to show kindness. I'm going to invite people over my house and surprise them with a wonderful meal. All right, so let's get it started. We got our pot. Need some water. Let's do it. Just going to put my pot in there. Fill it up with water. If you're worried about measurements, worry not. Did you see that hand? That means worry not. I'm just going to fill it up. Not all the way, but you'll see. Probably about to like right there. You see that? This is all by eyes. Alright? So while that's filling up, I need a very special thing that's going to help my noodles taste awesome. And that is, boom, 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 extra virgin olive oil. Or on a cooking channel, they say EOO. No, EVO. I said that wrong. Yeah, on the cooking channel, they say EVO. Bam, EVO. Let's get it. All right, so our water is just about good, and that's good. So we're gonna turn that off, and we're gonna bring this water back to the stove. Got my water, got my EVO. Now it's time to add some. So you want to add some EVO to your water. EVO to the water. Let's do it. See that? Don't take much. And the point of this, why are we putting EVO in the water? Because when we put in our noodles, it will help them to not stick together. Who likes clumped up noodles? Do you like clumped up noodles? I don't like clumped up noodles. I got my salt. This is sea salt. My wife wants to keep us healthy, so alright, so sea salt. You're gonna add some of that in here. This helps with the boiling process. And I'm sprinkling, not too much, don't need too much. Alright, now we're gonna put on the heat. You don't want to put your heat all the way up here. That's not how you cook. But it is how you can boil water. So I'm going to put this up here just for the sake of boiling the water. But you don't want to cook that way. Alright. Now while this is getting ready to boil, I will be preparing both my meat and my sauce. Alright, so I turned on my heat. And I got my heat going for my meat. You see where it's at? Not all the way up there. Not in the middle either. Kind of middle ground. So while this is heating up, I'm going to let that get nice and warm so then I can put the meat in and hear the sizzle. I don't like to put cold meat into a cold pan. I like the sizzle. Let's point. Okay. Come on. It's alright. You can join us right over here. Yeah. Let's get the cutting board out. But I just want you to see. Alright, so I'm cutting them in I'm not cutting them long wise. I'm cutting them into little circles. See? Nice little circles. And this will have a nice little take. Now you can do it thick, you can do it thin, it's up to you. Alright, so while I am cutting these, my water is getting to the point where it's boiling. My pan is heating up, ready for the ground turkey. That's one of the keys to cooking. It's multitasking, doing multiple things at one time. You don't want to waste time. People are hungry, and you don't want to spend all day at the sink, right, or at the stove. Now, some people don't enjoy cooking. I actually do. I can already feel the heat from my left. I believe that the pan is ready for the meat. So come on over here and let's check out the sizzle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this in there. See? I like the sizzle. Doesn't that sound nice? Maybe it's just me, but I prefer the sizzle. Alright, so dispose of this. And another very important thing is while you're cooking, be cleaning. You don't want to just have a whole bunch of mess afterwards. See what I'm doing? I kind of have this maneuver like this. That's what I do. You don't have to do it that way, but it's what I do. It's not ready yet, but you do see the bubbles, don't you? Let's get this light going. Man, that's what I should have did. Alright, so you see the bubbles, but I want it boiling. You see bubbles, but it's not boiling. So when it's boiling, then we'll get our noodles in there. So we got our meat. It's cooking, no spices yet. So I'm going to need to add spices to that. And we got a pot that's on the stove that's just chilling, doing nothing. It needs a job. Our sauce. Now this was a perfect day for me to do this because my children were not feeling well. My wife took them to the doctor to see if everything was good. Thank the Lord it was good overall, but there was some ear infections, so she's tired. She's been with them all day, and then dinner's not ready, so she was gonna have to come home and prepare dinner, and the Lord laid it on my heart to do this today. And look, it didn't have to be this topic today, but that's just the kindness of our Lord to know, kindness. He knows what his people need. He knows what my wife needs. She's been out, pouring into the children all day. And in addition to that, now she went to the hospital with the kids. She's pregnant, as you all know. Praise the Lord for his kindness to us in that matter as well. And for her to come home and make dinner as well? Nah, man. I'm going to step up. Say I love you to my wife by making this meal. Worship my Lord by doing so. And it's a glorious thing. And then the children get to see a picture of the gospel. Man, look how daddy loves mommy. That's how Christ loves the church. He sees her weariness and he takes her burden on himself. Now obviously you know that I am far short of who Christ is, but that's my aim, that's my goal. So I added the garlic salt, let that cook. Now what we have here is a violent boil. That's what you want. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's ready for some noodles, like so. And take it out. See how I did that? I'm holding it. They're all there. A lot of noodles, but I can get more if I do a little trick. This is something that we do here. Alright. Ready? And drop in. Turn my heat down. See, it was up here. I turned it to medium. And now I am moving things around. See what I'm doing? I don't want anything sticking. Thankfully, the oil will keep these noodles separate from one another. The salt helps the water to boil. Water boiling, the noodles, meat cooking. So you add some salt. Again, you don't want to add too much. Remember, you cannot unsalt things. But if it's bland, you can add more spice and flavor if you so choose. So I got my meat going. I got my noodles going. There. Now it's time for the sauce. Garlic. Italian food, garlic, it goes hand in hand. How can you have Italian food without garlic? Now, like I said, it's real that your sauce may contain garlic. Look, it's even in the picture. See, that's onion. See, garlic. But you want fresh garlic. This is fresh. So I'll probably put 2 cloves, don't want too much. Cut up this garlic. So you cut off one side and you cut off the other side. And then, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how the cooking people do it. And it doesn't take much practice. Then you're going to just very gently, which I did too hard, slice so that you can get the shell off. And then you have this nice little shell that you don't need, which you can cast aside. Now you may be asking, how do I know when my noodles are ready? What I do with the noodles is I taste one. So I scoop it up, scoop one up, it must be tasted. The only way to tell. Some people say, throw it on the wall, see if it sticks. It can stick and still be gross. Now to me, that's too gummy. It needs some more time. And that's kind of what you got to do. You got to keep your eye on what you're doing. So I got my meat. I'm looking at my meat. I see, yeah, this meat is just about done. You still see some pink. You don't want pink in your food, so I'm going to let that pink cook off. But yeah, this is just about done. If you notice, not much oil in the pan because this is turkey meat. which our family prefers. I can check on my noodles. You don't want to mess up the noodles. Look, you can have a banging sauce, a banging meat, but if your noodles are mushy, forget about it. So let's test it out. That's ready. A little bit more. Not much. And I mean, not much at all. So I'm not even going to go back to the vegetables right now. I'm going to get ready to do this. So what I need, strainer. You need that. This is going to drain the beautiful angel hair pasta. This is going to come in handy. So let's go back to the stove. Took the noodles off the fire, put the meat there, and now I'm going to dump this wonderful pile of hot dogs going to add a nice blend together. It's already smelling great. Kind of has a smoky kind of smell. We're going to let that do what it's doing together. You do not want to burn yourself, as I've done before. Dump it all in there. Move it like that. I'm going to get a stick of butter. Now, you don't have to use this much. You may say, that's not healthy. Hey, right on. I'm going to take this whole stick of butter, drop it in the pan, these noodles right back in there. Now, the butter's on the bottom, right? So what you got to do is move it around. Now what this is doing is it's making your noodles edible in and of themselves. That is the key. You want your noodles to be so good. Like sometimes you eat noodles and it's like, I need sauce, it needs sauce. Well, my sister Suhaila, like I said, we grew up poor, and the mindset was, what if I don't have sauce? What if I do not have sauce and all I have left over is noodles? Who wants to eat nasty, plain, dull noodles? Well, nobody does. But if you find a way to make the noodles extremely edible, butter, Italian dressing. You may say, what are you doing? Don't do it. No! I'm telling you. Trust me. There are all kinds of goodies inside of Italian dressing, all kinds of good things in Italian dressing that makes it, that just adds something to noodles. And so I'm mixing it up. This doesn't even need to be on anymore. I turn the fire off underneath these noodles. They're warm enough as they are. It still does not have any, still needs something. I'm going to add garlic salt. You don't have to, but I'm going to. Garlic salt to the noodles. So I have butter, I have Italian dressing, and I have garlic salt. You gotta taste it. Take a few. Praise God. That is good to go. Fried franks and turkey. Like a gyro. Now I like it where you start seeing some black on the franks. You know, it kind of has that barbecue, char-broiled kind of feel. Now this is what is going to be added to the sauce. I'm going to add a little EVO. Just a little. And now another thing you can do with this is you can You can roast them. So you can do the same thing. You can put it in the oven already. The smell of the garlic and the onion mixed together with the EVO ever so lightly. It's nice. Now you do not want this to burn or get too dark because then it'll take on a bitter taste. Add a little bit of salt. Just a little. Mix that up. And pour. Ready? Here it comes. Watch all the sizzling stop. Now there's still more in there. My father taught me, make it stretch, son. We're gonna make it stretch. Add a little bit of water, just a little. Mix it up. Yeah, watch. See, that would have been wasted. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me for the angles and all that kind of stuff. I'm new to this whole cooking channel stuff. So let that do that thing. Now, this may sound utterly disgusting to you, but I'm one of the people who actually likes a little bit of sweet in my sauce. You don't have to do this. This next step, you do not have to do. You don't have to do any of this, honestly, but I enjoy a little bit sweet. We got the brown sugar. Gonna sprinkle it in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mix it around. Mix that up. Now I'm gonna add this to this. I'm gonna mix that up. So now you got a chunky, meaty sauce with some fresh veggies and a little bit of sweetness. I have noodles, but I'm gonna mix them. Mix that all up. Cut up some cilantro, put it on top. Makes it look a little pretty. Alright, now it's time for our garlic bread. Making garlic bread is really easy. If you don't have the money to go and buy garlic bread, I got hot dog buns. You can use regular bread. So all I'm gonna do is open these like so. See what I'm doing? You could do that, right, brothers? Butter knife. And I'm just gonna put some butter in the middle. You add as you like. So, if y'all are really into butter, get it. If y'all are more restrictive when it comes to butter or butter substitutes, then apply as desired. Okay, so all my pieces are buttered. Now here comes the magic thing. Not really magic, but garlic powder. Sprinkle garlic powder in your bread or on your bread as you desire. And when it starts to heat up and cook, garlic bread. It's that simple. My oven has been preheated. Nice orange, golden. I'm gonna put these on the bottom rack, close it, and when I open it, we will have garlic bread. So my spaghetti is ready, my garlic bread is getting ready. Now it's time to clean up. So, and what I have here is some mozzarella. See how I said that? Mozzarella. You have to say it with the proper enunciation. Mozzarella. And this is a cheese grater. All I'm going to do because this is still nice and warm, I am going to just put some nice cheese on it. And already I can smell the butter and the bread and the garlic all mixing together, and it smells lovely. You made that. Alright, well brothers, thank you. Thanks for joining me as we made this wonderful meal for my family. Prayerfully you were making it for yours or whoever. And we got our spaghetti. That garlic bread is ready to come out. You want to give that garlic bread probably about 3 to 5 minutes depending on how crispy you like your bread. If you like it crispy with a nice crunch, you want to give it longer time. Make sure you're checking it because you don't want it to burn. Burn bread is nasty and it's just no going back. So, excuse me. So check on it. You have your spaghetti, you have your garlic bread, you got your drink of choice. You can serve it with a salad. Salads are simple. You can do nothing more than just buy a head of lettuce. That's a salad. Buy a head of lettuce, cut up some tomatoes, put it in there. You got your salad dressing. Boom. So you got spaghetti, garlic bread, and salad. Top it off with a nice drink of your choice. Mwah. Bon appetit. Brothers, I pray that this would encourage you to serve others with your time and giving them meals. Appreciate y'all. I know this was longer, but I wanted to walk y'all through how to do all of this. Love God, hate sin. May God help you to do it. May Christ dwell in you richly. The word of Christ dwell in you richly, giving you the grace that you need to man up. We can't do it by ourselves. We need His Spirit, His power, and He's given every believer everything we need for life and godliness so that we can man up.
By this culture that was sever. Everything is biblical, but Jesus be my pleasure. A husband and a father, can you teach me? Cause I'm terrified.
Because it is only the power of God, the grace of God, the sovereignty of God, and the truth of God is going to enable you to become what you ought to become towards this woman. And until you become what you ought to become toward this woman, there's no need to talk about anything else. But a man who can truly love a daughter of God has attained a very high status in the kingdom.
Christ, I see my need for you so much as I try.